It's been nearly 2 weeks since Evolve Stage 2 has released, and I'm glad to see more and more newbies are coming in, and amongst the hype of discovering a new world full of adventures and killing stuff comes the time to get good. Hey everybody, what's up? It's Pachosaurus talking about hunter classes and their roles. There are 4 roles to fill as a hunter, and the most basic of them is the assault role. The assault hunter has been given the task of dealing the most damage output and giving punishment to the poor monsters of Shiar. Your one and only basic duty in combat is to deal damage. If someone is dying, you deal damage. If someone is being focused on, you deal damage. If the monster is trying to get away, you deal damage. And even if the monster is begging on its knees to stop the punishment, you deal damage. The only time you are permitted to revive someone is when your medic has fallen and no one else is going to revive your team. Outside of combat, your duty is to escort the trapper and keep him from being devoured by wildlife. Now, that we've dealt with the simplest hunter of the 3, let's talk about the Trapper. The Trapper is a sophisticated hunter that requires wit. You need to think like the monster and get into its head to be able to predict its movements. Trapper is equipped with crowd controlling gear such as harpoons and stasis traps. They are also equipped with very sophisticated tracking gear, or dog even, that requires the hunter to tap into the deepest and highest level of intellect, making the Trapper the most ultimate GPS device. Trappers are required to make use of their tracking abilities at all times and in unique ways to catch the monster off guard. They are required to read the monster's movements and predict their every movement, even in combat. Trappers may even be given a gun to deal damage, but in combat, their highest priority is to make sure that the monster cannot deal damage to its fullest potential. Use those harpoons and stasis traps, and most especially, use the force. I'm looking at you, Jack. You are the annoyance. You are the thorn in its side. The bane of monsters. The cock block friend that everyone has. The Joker to the Batman. And the... okay, that's enough references. I think you guys get it by now. Moving on. The Medic. Medics are plain and simple. Keep people alive, stay out of danger. If you can do more than that, you're the MVP of the team. Medics in Evolve are quite unique in such a sense that you are being given the task of keeping people alive in many different ways. So it's very important to understand how your favorite medic works in order for you to be a great asset to the team. Monsters will also search for you first when a fight breaks out. Smart and tactical monsters will make you a priority since they know you're the guy keeping everyone alive. If he takes you out, he can easily take out everyone else, so start practicing your dodge kills. You know, play some dodgeball maybe. Positioning and the overall limits of how you can heal your team. Some medics like Emmett don't even have to be inside the dome when it comes down. So you know your medics well. Also, it's a good idea to stay close to your team instead of running away from them when the monster is focused on you. This allows your assault to spend more time dealing damage instead of chasing you guys around, and flying straight up instead of dodging left or right works best on the most monsters since a lot of them can only attack at close range. And lastly, the supports. The supports are strange and they are more of the wild cards among all the hunters. Some supports will protect you with a shield, and some will boost damage. Some may even help with tracking down the monster or may even grant you a gateway to shortcuts. Basically, the support class is kind of like your secondary damage dealing monster, hunter rather, with a few other perks. They can be quite flexible depending on which support hunter you're using, and they can fill in for something that the team needs more of. If your medic isn't doing such a good job or is having some trouble, as a support you can easily provide additional protection with your class skill, which gives your team a temporary shield. Add that on top of Hank and Sonny's shields and you are basically a secondary medic without the healing. Or if you are up against a really elusive monster, that can't be tracked down, Kala and Cabot have excellent abilities that can help your trapper gain the advantage he needs. And of course, there is Bucket and Sergeant Tank Sergeant Tank Hank, who can provide some area denial for those times where the monster just won't let you revive your team, and they can also deal great additional damage to help aid your assault. Speaking about support, Upsilon Circuit, is that how you say it? Upsilon Circuit has just launched their crowdfunding program a few hours ago, or just today. For those of you who don't know what Upsilon Circuit is, you may have seen a video about a game that gives you only one life, and after that, it's basically game over. Forever. No coming back.
Okay na, okay na.
You are forever doomed to watch the game from an audience perspective. Anyways, if your interest is has been piqued, I have left a link, or you can just click the link on the video somewhere around. One leads to the video game teaser, and another leads you to the crowdfunding site. For a price of a milkshake, you could get premium access to some exclusive stuff. So I hope to see you guys there as well. By the way, if you like my newbie tips on Evolve, go on ahead and like the video. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Go, go, go and click that subscribe button in the corner right there. And as always, I'll see you guys in the next one.